welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Well, there is something I want to share with young aspiring lab technicians or young aspiring lab scientists. If you have the dream to work as a medical laboratory scientist, what I will encourage you to do is to look for a very demanding skill and you merge that with your professional career. That's your medical laboratory scientist or your medical laboratory technician work, so that you don't get drained at the end of the day. Why am I saying so? When you start working, yes, you sometimes you hear the good salaries that some medical laboratory scientists they earn or some medical laboratory technicians they earn. But then how do you get to that level? That if you check your competence level, your exposure, you have little or no exposure, you have little or no experience. Even if you are experienced, even if you have a little bit of experience from clinical practice or clinical internship, it is still not enough. Looking at our educational sector, there's a whole lot that we all have to learn, and most of those things are not being taught in class. Most of the things that most of the brilliant lab technicians that you see, most of the time probably they go to study out or maybe they study on their own. And if you have to focus only on your salary, you will see that you never get there, because bosses or directors they know the competence level of young technicians that are leaving school. Yes, you may be so brilliant theoretically, but then trust me, from just my personal opinion, I think that clinical practice, it has a little more technical skills that if you are not keen or if you are not that diligent, you will completely miss it out if you are dwelling so much on your theoretical knowledge in school. So, and most often schools teach you a lot of theory, and yes, we have internships, but then you come across a few things, but then when you're working, everything will now lies in front of you. How to manage workflow, how to prioritize tasks, how to do inventories, how to do a whole lot of things that I really cannot say. Quality assurance, internal and external quality assurance, to do it practically on a daily basis, it's really challenging. So, going back to what I was saying, if you have the opportunity to learn a demanding skill and merge it with your clinical practice, then you are good to go for a start. If not, you feel frustrated. There are so many things you can do. You can start up a small business back at home. You can be teaching. You can do online studies. You can do so many things. But then, I just want to encourage young aspiring lab technicians, not only in Cameroon, in Africa, look for a demanding skill, learn it and merge it with work, so that you can be able to sustain yourself. If not, you get so stressed out, you have burnout, and at the end of the day, you might be thinking that probably your employer is selfish, or is this, or maybe it's that. So once you start up a business, that's when you probably know why your employer is thinking like that. So it's just an experience that I've experienced, and it wasn't really easy. It wasn't really easy until I had to start up a business, and that's when I was fine. So do look for a demanding skill, anything that can give you cash flow on a daily basis, anything that can give you, even if it's 1,000 or 2,000 on a daily basis, it's fine. You can use that to sustain maybe your feeding for maybe for the day, or maybe for the week or something, or maybe you can use that to sort out some other things, maybe internet bills or maybe health issues, and then you use your salary for other stuff, maybe for savings or maybe for reinvestment. So I really encourage young medical laboratory scientists to think as entrepreneurs, and know that time waits for nobody. If you have the opportunity now, do it. So before you get to that level where things start getting complicated for you, probably maybe you're already competent at that little business that you're doing that is generating cash flow for you, and then you can lay your medical laboratory technician work, or maybe a medical laboratory scientist work off, and then you focus now more on your business or on your side hustle. So let me know what you think about adding a side hustle to your professional career, working as a medical laboratory technician or working as a medical laboratory scientist?